Man, goddamn. Now you see why Jay-Z do not fuck with Dame Dash, Mr. Chatty Patty, Mr. Pauls. I'm not understanding. I don't even know why his lawyers even filed this. That nigga crazy. And before I read, I'm not even gonna read all this. I'm gonna read some of it and go to the damages, and then we out of here. But Camron is only responding to the stuff that he said on his interviews with all the dialogue and stuff like that. Let's get right to it, man. This shit is crazy, man. It says formal demand for $300 million in damages, defamation, torturous interference, business disparagement, harassment, conspiracy, that's crazy, and unjust enrichment. It says, dear Mr. Giles, this office represent Dame Dash, Raquel Horn, and the Dame Dash group, the Dash group, please be advised that this letter constitutes a formal demand for immediate corrective action and compensation arising from your unlawful actions. Suing another man is masculine? All I want to know. Dame Dash has fell off, son, and that should be studied for future generations, y'all. Let us keep that shit in mind. But it says factual background, right? Number one, defamation of Dame Dash. You made repeated public statements, including on Instagram, falsely calling Dash a liar and undermining his credibility in connection with bosses take losses and other business dealings. You admitted on video that the entire situation was a lineup, thereby conceding participation in reputational sabotage. These actions interfered with Mr. Dash's business negotiations, including Rockefeller and Jay-Z. Now, I know he's not talking about the chairman of Revolt, because you're not. They came out and said that you're not. Well, recorded to Lauren on the Breakfast Club, after the interview, she went back and asked, he's not even the chairman. So, anyway. 2, defamation and harassment of Raquel Horn. You published social media posts falsely stating that Dame Dash owns nothing and that all assets are in Mrs. Horn's name. I mean, didn't you say everything is not in your name? Anywho, you disparaged Mrs. Horn personally, causing humiliation, reputational harm, and emotional distress. 3, disparagement of the Dame Dash group by publicly attacking Mr. Dash ownership, interests, and credibility. You damaged the Dame Dash reputation and interfered with its ability to conduct how you act, your whole personality. That sabotage your own business because you talk so much. If y'all remember on a Breakfast Club, his own OG, I think his name is Daniel or Dan, something. I think it's Daniel. I had to tell him, yo, hold on for a minute, like be quiet, basically, because he kept. How you want him to speak and then you cutting him off? Anywho, you are the reason. Dame Dash, son, you not looking good out here in these streets, and you haven't been for a long time, decades, nigga. But any motherfucking who. And it says this constitute business disparagement and torturous interference with prospect economic advantage. Crazy. 4, attacks on the family. You made false statements about the ownership of Mr. Dash and Mrs. Horn's residence. He never said no shit like that. That's crazy. He just making up shit. You made comments that forced Mr. Dash to involve his son Christian Dash, causing him discomfort. You told everybody that he reached out to your son. He never publicly said that. You publicly said it, and then he responded on the Revolt Live that he did the other day. That's when he spoke about your son living with Larry for 2.5 years. You got a problem with everybody. I respect Dame Dash, but you put your own foot in my mouth. It's like you shot yourself in your own foot. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. You attempted to pay Dame Dash II $5,000 to appear on your show for the purpose of embarrassing his father, despite knowing the sensitive nature of their relationship. 5. G5 Pink Mink Cannabis Deal. Mr. Dash introduced you to Larry Smith for the purpose of pursuing a cannabis venture, including the proposed Pink Mink strand. You went behind his back and pursued the deal directly, cutting him entirely out the deal. Anyway, let's go to the damages because I read enough. I know the attention span. Let's scroll down. It says as damages as a direct. I can't really see that word though, and y'all can't see it either. So kiss my ass. Prominent. I can't really see it. And my eyes is bad too. So being blurry don't make it no better. Result of your conduct. The plaintiff have suffered reputational harm, emotional distress, and loss of business opportunities. This dude is crazy. Dame Dash, emotional distress and reputational harm. Raquel Horn, business disparagement and financial interference. The Dash Group. This nigga is something else, son. Demands cease and desist from making further false, defamatory or disparaging statements regarding Dame Dash, Raquel Horn of the Dash Group. Remove all defamatory posts and issue a full public retraction and apology on Instagram, YouTube, and other platforms where the statements were made. Provide full accounting of all ventures and profits. What? Derived from the Dipset clothing company and the G5 Pink Cannabis venture and permit. I can't see that word. Anyway, to Mr. Dash, his rightful ownership interest. Compensate plaintiff in the amount of $300 million. Preserve all evidence, including social media posts, videos, communications with Larry Smith. Yo, this nigga is crazy. Nigga, only thing I'm saying is, man, he's going out sad. He's going out bad. Should we feel sorry for this dude? I know I'm not. Now, he says on his Instagram, I never hustle with Mr. Camron. He's a civilian, but he's fucking with my family office, and he's now made my wife and two of my sons uncomfortable. I will never do anything violent, and I don't want anyone that loves me to do anything violent. So this is the only way I can handle this. So this is my version of how the Godfather handled Fredo. I knew it was going to be one of my brothers. I just didn't know it was going to be you, bro. And that does not make me sad. We'll just have to, you know what I mean? We just have to let the judge decide like businessmen. And I don't find it funny. I hope you don't have any houses in your name. They're about to be mine. And that big Fendi, I do forgive you because I do consider you my brother. Never let any man go at your family, wife, or kids. Protect them at all costs. I bet you'll shut the fuck up now. I dare you to say something. Hashtag Godfather. This nigga really think he's the Godfather. And yo, look at this shit right here. All right, so look. This is not even the surprising part. The surprising part is coming up. He sent the message to Camron. It says, I suggest you send this to blank blank, right? And you went too far. You broke my heart, Fredo. We can squash this, but you have to holler at Daniel. I'm not talking to you anymore. So he's putting his own OG inside of this beef as if like what? So the OG changed his life. Now you want to put him into this mess as what? This gonna really get funky? But Camron goes into the chat. He says, man, he said, get the fuck out of here. He said, shut the fuck up. Nah, nigga, I just started. Fuck out of here with your Chat GPT lawsuit. LOL, when I countersue, you will really never get out the hole you already in, little nigga. Let's play, baby. But look at the bottom of the screen. What does it say? Who liked it? Jewel Santana. What the fuck is going on here? Now, if he liked Dame Dash's post, then what does that tell you? We already know Dipset is no longer. But damn, listen, he knew his name was going to show. So evidently, y'all let me know what side he on. But this shit getting crazy. But check this out. Camron just put something up on his page. I'm trying to figure out, did Dame Dash say something about Camron's mother? He just put this picture up of his mother. Just now, no more than 12 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago, right? He said, this is the picture of his mom's right here. Now, I'm good, but you triggered a few people. Oh, well, this the day before my mom's died. Rest in peace, Virgil OG. Miss you and love you. I got us. Now, I'm trying to see, did he say something about his moms? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I read this. It said, y'all niggas got to chill, Mr. Camron. It already went left. This is below the belt. No freak. Y'all definitely one of my favorite artists. Ignore that sad ass nigga. So I'm trying to figure out, did he really say something about his moms? Maybe I'm missing something. If he did, that's some real crab shit. That's some real bird shit. But Camron definitely responded to that allegation. Well, him being sued. Oh, it said it's no longer available. Let's go.
Taxes was
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Copyrights. But he definitely put this up. You know what I'm saying? As a response. But that's kind of crazy though. That's kind of crazy. Oh, and look at that, Memphis Bleak, like this. So it's like this is crazy work, y'all. Crazy work, nasty work to be at that. But if he said something about Cam moms, I don't know, y'all. But it seemed like, and I already went to Dame Dash page to see if he said something about his moms. I don't see it. I don't know if it's in an interview that I didn't watch yet. But y'all let me know in the comment section. But that'll be crazy. Now, if he's putting that up saying like, yo, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to articulate this. You understand what I'm saying? Because maybe he's putting his mother out there to let her know I got us because this nigga trying to sue me or defame me or whatever. Or he said something about his moms, and that's crazy. That's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? Like family out here violating someone who is no longer here. So he did violate his moms or something. I'm trying to find this shit out. I'm looking at messages to see, like, if somebody asks what, where did he say that? I don't see that. But if he violated Camron's moms, that's crazy. That's sick. That's war. Somebody got to get hurt. But anyway, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. This shit getting out of hand.
it seemed like you want a problem with me. I'm ignoring the whole shit. So then I made a comment. I say, yo, Dame's my bro. This is my man. Look, Dame would be super duper up. I think he just mismanages his money.
But now I say what I say. And then my son calls me and says, Cam gave him some money to do an interview on his show. And that really bothered me because Cam knows, he known Boogie since he was born. He knows our relationship, the reasons for certain things. That would have really damaged our relationship. It would have fucked up a lot. And that's not all right to me. And if we on some street with the kids, so it also means you must think I'm soft.
Larry let Boogie, Dame's son, live with him for 5 years. He lived with him. When Dame, you ain't have nowhere for him to stay or whatever, I don't know what the situation is. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. If that man lets your son live with him for 5 years as a grown man, you should never have no problem with him. Now, mind you, this isn't a little kid. Boogie's 24, 25, 26 at this time he's living there. Larry found a place for Boogie to live when he's getting on his own. Dame calls the nigga and says, yo, you know my son's an alcoholic. Why would you find an apartment with a bar in the lobby?
But that's why I told the story about why I never hustled with Cam. The reason I never sold a drug with Cam. You know why? Because when he was young, I was on my way to the hill, me, him, and Big L. And I made a left on Amsterdam into a checkpoint, and I didn't have a license. But at that time, they didn't really always lock you up, but they sometimes did. So I was like, yo, I think I can get out of this, but I'm just letting y'all know I got 3 bricks in the car, but I'll wear it. Cam started crying, man. And he told us right then and there that he would put himself in PC. Dad, I'm putting myself in PC. Me and Big L like, what? So we went to the side and was like, afterwards we were laughing, but we were like, I was like, I will never hustle with him. He's a ball player and he does music. So I never really, he's a civilian. But you can't be saying you the best that ever did it in Harlem and you never sold drugs. And if you had to go to Ohio after you was a rapper, that's not the best that ever did it.
Never told me about you and Big L and Dame being in the car.
Well, yeah, yo, I seen that. I seen that. I didn't know me, Big L, and Dame was in the car together. I didn't even know that me, Big L, and Dame have ever been in the car together.
Oh, man.
You didn't want to get
I was going to mind my business, but I saw Mo with the popcorn. I said, so he's taking my part,
Hey, yo,
boss.
I've never, look at Mo got the
I'm not going to talk with Flea.
Now, I'm going to say for totally, but I didn't know that nigga was such a liar. Like, you know how your man is your man, so you probably don't be annoyed. Like you that's your man, you be like, nah, you just hate us. I didn't know this nigga lied like that, man.
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you something. Big L is not your man. This whole don't even make no sense. First of all, I'll say this real quick because we got to move on. Me, you, and Big L going to get drugs or riding around Harlem don't even sound right. Big L did with you. I tried to plug you into Big L when you wanted to sign him when he started his own label, Flamboyant. And y'all was trying to sign him. But Big L brother, Big Lee and Reg, they didn't like you. If you had 3 bricks in the car, or you was on the way to get 3 bricks in the car, or on the way to get bricks, whatever lie you told, the story you told, you wouldn't have made it home. Big L lines niggas. Mace, right?
Yeah. He lied me. So,
Yo, Big
you
L.
got a point there.
That's right.
Yeah.